think when people come in the door and they get a sense of the atmosphere, they understand what modern boarding is about. It's a three-way thing. It has to work. Me, pupil, parent, we have to do it together. I hope it is somewhere that feels like home from home.
You just all grow up together and live here. It just turns into home and you're just with your family, just a rather large family. But
from a house point of view, I talk about a house where everybody can flourish.
Well, it's a house, but it's their home. Its function is their home during term time.
We start boarding at 10 and they can be full boarders from 10.
There's such a big boarding community here, and more boarders than day pupils, that it makes more sense to come to a boarding school rather than a school that boards, and this is definitely a boarding school.
So in a way it's the place they go out from to explore the much bigger school.
It is definitely more than just a building, so we've got a second family in there, so it is like our second home.
That's the kind of feel you want, a big family where you can be yourself, whether yourself is quiet that day or whether yourself is busy and loud that day.
Well, when I looked around the school, especially boarding, there was such a friendly atmosphere and everyone here was so welcoming, and I really wanted to have some memorable moments here in boarding.
I just fell in love with the school straight away, just the whole atmosphere.
I knew that it was a good academic school, but then when I came here I thought that everybody kind of made me feel like at home, so it almost feels like a second family now, which is really nice.
From my perspective, the housemaster is the person that is looking after their all-round education, is the person that is looking out for, are they involved in drama, do they go to music concerts, do they take part in sports teams, also are they performing academically as they should be. So I see the housemaster as developing them as all-round people. The tutor would then be concentrating a little bit more on the academic side and making sure that the academic part of their life is working as it should do. Then a matron, who's not called matron, she's called Sarah because she's a normal human being. And that's really important, that the boys have somebody that they feel isn't a teacher, that they can go and talk to about anything they want to. The individual is key.
If we've got any problems, there's so many people we can go see, which I mean, that's awesome.
I often say to parents, I will treat your sons how I'd expect my children to be treated if they should go to boarding schools.
Anything they need, if I can possibly do it, I will do it for it, whether it's been the missing button on the shirt or blouse, or just someone to chat to, just being supportive and doing what you do for your own children.
I can go see matron about anything, or I can go see my housemaster about anything. He's almost like sort of a second dad almost.
It feels like a really strong family because everyone looks out for each other.
The older years help out the younger years.
It's a recipe for family, funnily enough, isn't it? Actually, people of different ages.
You're constantly talking to people in years above and below you, which is right because that's how life is.
Honestly, there's no pressure to be someone else. We've got so many different personalities in the house.
They are different and long may that remain. I'd want them to come here and feel like they could be themselves.
There's a massive programme of activities. So yeah, it really does come alive during the weekends.
There's lots going on. Weekends, there's always something, and we very much ask the pupils to suggest things that they want to do and often go on their lead as well.
You really are never bored, but it's in a good way.
many things when I came here I'd never done before, so I'd never done drama, I'd never really thrown myself into sport or music or anything, and I think because Oakham is such an encouraging school, you did just go for everything when you were that age.
We just make those things accessible and possible for them to do, and then they go on to university and do exactly the same.
That's what it's about, pushing yourself, pushing your own boundaries and trying to develop yourself with the opportunities you have.
Try everything. Just get stuck in.
Make the most out of what you get here, because the time I have here, I can imagine is going to be awesome, so I just want to make the most of it.
Living with your friends is so much fun. Take every moment slowly, because it's so amazing, and I've already had loads of memories, and I think that I'm going to have them for a very long time.
Undoubtedly, the more you put in, definitely the more you get out, I think.
They are amazing, and sort of making a difference to them, yeah, it is what gives me a great deal of enjoyment. You do feel like you make a difference.